very much, and I really appreciate that courtesy. It wasn't required, and it's very nice of you. You know, I think Lewis, in his introductory remarks, said it better than anything I can say in regard to this weekend and of course Monday and the reason for the season. You know, we say that a lot of times at Christmas and at Easter, but we tend to forget on Memorial Day because it's a holiday and they arrange these long weekends and the kids are out of school, and the last Monday in May they may already be out of school at this point, but sometimes they're not, and I think that they tend to think, well, you know, it's just another holiday, and barbecues and going swimming or going up to the lake or playing ball or going out to see the Braves play, whatever. But what Lewis said is just really cuts right to the chase. And I would encourage each parent and grandparent with your own children and grandchildren to take a moment like we did this morning, but with your own family, and just say, look, these are the sacrifices that were given. And it goes back a long, long way, but you know, as far as Memorial Day, it used to be called Remembrance Day. And that's what those poppies are all about that were growing in Flanders, a part of France in World War I, and what we're commemorating. So Lewis, thank you for your great words on that. Again, you've got some great speakers, and you want to hear from them. You all know me. And I am, as I said when we had our brief introduction just moments ago, I'm running again, and a lot of times people will accuse some of us who've been a while as being career politicians. I'm not a career politician. I have morphed into a public servant, thank God. I finally decided about 14 years ago it was appropriate to give something back. In fact, 18 years ago, when I ran for the Marietta City School Board and served a term, and I served 2 terms, 4 years in the Georgia State Senate, and these were part-time jobs. You know, every one of the men and women of the Georgia General Assembly, except your state constitutional offices like Lieutenant Governor and Governor, all these men and women are part-time public servants. They're not career politicians. They have to take time away from work and go and hopefully do the right thing for us under the Gold Dome. And then, of course, after that, I did give up my career, my profession of practicing medicine for 31 years, and I took a full-time public servant job as a member of the Congress, and I've loved every minute of it. It can be awfully frustrating. In fact, I tell people a lot of times that it's harder to get things done up there than it was to deliver any baby of the 5,200 that I delivered over that time in practicing in Marietta, and many of them are now Bartow County residents. But I do ask you to give me an opportunity to continue the good work that we're trying to get accomplished. I know it's a little frustrating. I know people are disgusted and suffering financially with all the unemployment and joblessness and the deep recession, and you just wonder what in the world's going on, and all this borrowed money and $16 trillion worth of debt and deficits that have been run up just since this president took office January of 2009 has added about $5 trillion to the total debt. So would you agree with me that this, for many of us in this room, is the most important election in our lifetime? And I see a few heads nodding, and we go back to maybe my first opportunity to vote in 1960. This is the most important election at the federal level and right on down to the city and county level. So know your candidates, know their hearts, know about them. And this is not a popularity contest. This is not American Idol or Dancing with the Stars. Make sure that you elect the right men and women. Lewis, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak briefly.